I agree.
In that respect, just because you have stuns all the way from like level 1. Your first skill is able to do that. The Cho is going to get picked up.
Or is Bigetron Alpha still reading how much Onic Page is letting them through?
I think they're getting a little bit more patient as the turtle's starting up. Looks like it's going to be going into the hands of King Kong for this one. No engage, no starting of the fights from Bigetron Alpha. That's a lot of damage taken by Light itself. The spear will not land as Light gets the safety with a sliver, a pixel to bat.
You know what else did not happen? The use of the retribution.
Oh, they're all coming in.
This orange.
There's 4 members coming in. Luke comes in, he jumps in with the AOG, but it's not enough. He's getting targeted right now. Onic Philippines, they're trying to get what they can and get out, but the rest of Bigetron Alpha, they're standing in the way. They're building a wall. They're pushing them away, keeping Super Ken's buff safe. They touch and they go. So that's a very, very strong lineup in the early game for Onic Philippines. But coming into the late game, we hyped up Badang a lot, but in this game, Badang doesn't really have a lot, but Super Ken, no way to run or cable out as Onic Philippines taking control of Bigetron Alpha's jungle.
Kirk getting out of here. The jump from Luke.
The AOG knocks up 2, but it's not enough. Brusco tries to knock off the back line from getting into it, but Kirk gets taken down by Moreno. Brusco's next on the chopping block. Will be able to get out safe, but not for long as Luke is saying, no way, Jose.
That's the punish we're talking about. In tight spaces like that, if you give Bigetron Alpha and up to Eman and Kelra, oh man, it's gonna have to come down to Eman and Kelra. Coming down to Eman and Kelra, where that power spike is gonna happen and who's gonna draw the first blood. Oh no!
Oh, that's yin yang reaction. Super Prince gets locked down by Luke with AOG, knocking up 1. Kirk is blocked by that. Whoa! That's the power of the Badang, but no damage is enough to take Kirk down. But for now, though, the power of Badang is coming into play. The stuns, the micro stuns, the perma stuns coming in from Light is coming to fruition.
Welcome Onic PH when they weren't ready, and now I'm thinking Super Prince. You gotta protect Super Prince a little bit more. Yes, you are a frontline mage. Oh, nice
they
kick.
found Light. Won't be able to survive that one. Kara picks up that kill. SOD goes wide to Moreno. The diversion brings them out to harm's way. What a save from Super Friends coming in. They touch and they go. Onic Philippines. They back. It's 1v1. They touch and they go. There's a drive-by. King Kong down the mid-side. Takes out Luke.
All right, so you could call that a failed rotation from Bigetron Alpha. They tried. Again, if you have... Oh, look at that! The
there's a fist crack onto Super Prince. There's a little bit more. The Super Ken takes him out the ball game and barely escapes death with the cables.
Running already, and both teams, neither of them want to take this for free because mid lane tier 1 still standing. Is that a scramble in mid?
Yeah, there's a knock up and a push. Where the Dragon knocks Luke back. Will not be able to survive this one. The Glorious Pathway, they're hunkering on to Moreno, but it's not enough. The tower still stands strong enough to save Bigetron Alpha.
He's at 1 or 2, not to mention EXP, sitting at level 13 against Super
skirmish up top side. Super Ken gets a half health. Diversion play goes up top. They want to surprise them from that back line. AOG goes on to cut off any escape routes, and Kirk soaking up so much damage, even with the Glorious Pathway. And Kirk taking everything. That's when he goes wide. No Kelra coming into the battle. And Onic Philippines, no one spawning. A lot of damage coming through. Busco gets a little bit too deep in the bond, showing that damage coming through. Super Friends, no way to run, no way to hide. But the knockup will keep him safe. As King Kong coming in, trying to chase down anyone, but on the bottom side, Kara just takes down that tier 3 on that bot side.
Ain't nobody watching the gold standard. For the past 30 seconds, Churros, you were calling the action up top.
Can't see him.
No one saw him. No one paid attention. And look at this, King Kong walking away. Smooth as a Sigma. Take
back out the line with the dash out just in the nick of time to save himself.
All right, Glorious Pathway set in by Kirk. Mid lane's gonna crash. Top lane, the only one standing. Onic PH, they smell blood.
They smell blood, but AOG knocks down Kirk, but it's the wrong one there. Super Prince with a strong windstorm to take Luke out of the ball game.
All right, 4-man defense. Luckily, Bigetron Alpha still has Moreno. Good use of the yin-yang stacks. Can push back Onic PH, holding on. Light could catch a softie. Eman hasn't died, so I guess that is one light. No pun intended. One hope that Bigetron Alpha can still defend.
Yeah, Onic Philippines, they're coming in. Kirk taking a lot more damage. Glorious Pathway keeps himself safe for just a little bit, but it looks like a barren wasteland as Onic Philippines pilgering in to Bigetron Alpha's Philippines. They back off. They know what they came here for. No more T3s, but Super Friends in the chase. You don't see Kelra there. He's going for the back line. Kelra getting down low. Gets knocked down to one. Fistcrack takes him out. And Moreno takes down that kill. AOG and onto the back line. They want to go for Super Friends next. They don't have Kelra. They need to run for the hills. They're chasing it. They're strong. But Bigetron Alpha, they touch and they go. It's a drive. Conceal play from Brusco won't amount up to anything. Super Friends tries his best to reach that backside, but Roku's at the back of Light. He wants to push it in. He gets onto Brusco. Lord in a 10th Super Kid steals the Lord away from under the hands of King Kong. And all the Philippines, they're scrambling. They want to fight for more. Iman goes down. But they're ramping up that tempo, they're ramping up the aggression, and Brusco trying to push Luke away. As that Kelra, he's the only one coming in, striking Moreno, taking him to his grave, and Kelra takes it down. All that stands away from them and the base is the Lord in the way.
Ryan Churros! It happened again! They baited the Lord for a 4-man pickoff! They can't defend! They can't defend!
They have no one else! And Onic Philippines showing us that dominant performance to kick off the series of the game between...
That's a team fighting lineup.
In that early game, but Onic Philippines playing to their strengths. They're going for the aggression, staying within the jungles. That's why you pick up that hill. That's why you pick up that jaw hit. Bigetron Alpha, like a sitting dog, dealing a lot of damage. Luke trying his best, but Light gets taken down first, as well as King Kong. No jungle for the side of Onic Philippines. Is Bigetron Alpha?
Is he?
Oh, here comes the Goon Squad.
3-man rotation.
You don't know. Bigetron Alpha still setting their sights up on Kirk, but there comes the engage onto Super Ken. Gets in the fracture. Gets taken out by Brusco. If they don't get any kills, Bigetron Alpha has a chance to come back into the game when it comes late.
Oh,
Luke walks into a minefield, gets taken out by King Kong's fracture. And Onic Philippines, that's 3-1 on the top side too. The implosion pulls back Brusco with the crossbow tank, dealing a lot of damage on the Super Friends, but not enough to take him down. But here comes the rest of the team coming in, pushing them back out of the way from that lane. The Bigetron Alpha, they touch, they need to go. They need to retreat because the longer they stay, Onic Philippines is able to clear up that waves.
Exactly! The fact that there's a threat of activation just like this!
The throwback into the alley-oop. King Kong takes that one out. Moreno in the back line. It's not safe from Kirk as he just sits by watching them fall. Diversion play coming through.
Oh, that's 3 in the bush. Just making sure that there's no shenanigans afoot while King Kong takes the last turtle of the game. Churros?
The diversion just cleared up that wave down to the T2 bot side.
What's scarier, the actual damage or the threat of it? Because I think Bigetron is more afraid of the engagement, which is correct to do because they're all implosion by Light!
The pushback knocking off, pulling back 2, but it's not enough! Onic Philippines, they're just eating every single one of the damage that Bigetron Alpha is getting into them. The SOD lands, but it does not matter as Kirk is way too far ahead.
Oh, Moreno! I take it back. Both are just as threatening. Both are just as...
Diamond, as long as Kelra is alive, Onic Philippines is able to win any single fight, but every single time Bigetron tries to hit them, it's just a tickle. Oh, Luke! Man, the yin reaction is way too much. Kelra finally goes down by the hands of Light, but it's not enough. It's Onic Philippines. They are trying to push this one through. 30 seconds until the Lord spawns up.
As a Hilda, the highest
bottom
level
side,
of play
Amon's
is...
spot of bother gets taken down, solo kill by Kelra. But here comes the Goon Squad up to the back line. They're taking it through. King Kong with the fracture. It does not matter. He takes another one down. 3 down for BTR.
As I was saying, you only really do that as a Hilda when you have the money to spare. And boy, do they have the money to spare. They're 11,000 gold up, pushing down bottom, and I think the call for Onic is endable.
They're marching in with the king. They're going for the throne. They're pillaging everything, taking everything away from BTR. The dominance, the kings, the reigning champions have proven that they deserve that throne.
The Super Fam sweeps in dominant fashion.